Hello and welcome to the Slingshot channel. This is the entire Jörg Sprave knife lineup for 2024. All of them are now final prototypes and we are releasing production, and they will come to market like next year, not all at the same time, but a little bit spread it out over the year. And I want to just introduce you quickly today, so stay tuned. We're starting with my rescue hammer. I already demonstrated it to you a while ago. This is actually a rescue hammer with a carbide tip, like a tungsten carbide tip. And this means that it's very, very easy to smash side and rear car windows with it. For the front window, it's a different issue because that usually has some kind of film in between, so you can't really destroy it. So this has a built-in saw, very, very sharp. So you can hold it like this, you can smash through the windshield, and then you can saw your way through the windshield with it. So this works excellent. I've demonstrated it and I actually love it. Now, is this also a useful self-defense tool? Well, in an emergency situation, I think so, but that's not the purpose of it. It will hopefully come to market in early summer next year, and the target price is 129 euros. Stay tuned. Yeah, so this next one is actually not a knife that I have designed. This is actually was designed by an Italian guy, and he has a patent, and we're paying him for this. But I am partly responsible that it again is available for a certain quantity. Because together with Dirk Hofmeister from Midgardsmesser, we decided to give it another production run. So this is the new enhanced version V2, and it really lives from the magnificent way how it opens. And then look at this knife, look at how long the blade is and how ingenious that kind of closing mechanism and opening mechanism is. I really love it, look at that. It's an expensive knife, titanium scales, really good steel. It's a collector's piece only, limited quantity. Will probably hit the market just before Christmas this year. So it's probably technically not a 2024 knife, but a 2023 knife. $3.99, it's an expensive one, but every collector needs one. Well, I know that I do, and I have one now. So this next one is something really special because it's the counterpart of the Pocket-Chetty, because it has the same kind of elongation part for the handle, for the scales. The special thing is where the Pocket-Chetty is really heavy and massive, this is ultra thin and ultra light. This whole thing does not even weigh 100 grams. So it's really light as a feather due to the carbon scales here and the really thin steel. I mean, this is CPM S35VN steel, so it's really high-end steel. This makes the blade ultra flexible, like it should be on a pocket fillet knife. It's one of the most vicious blades that I have in my collection. This is probably super deadly because it will slip between ribs like you would not believe. And it's so light. This whole thing is of course locking, but it also locks in closed condition. So this is that it's not, because of the flexible blade, it can't open accidentally in your pocket. So you also need two hands to open it, which makes it legal to EDC in Germany. It's expensive because of all the high-end stuff that we've used, the high-end steel and the carbon fiber and everything. And it's only limited to 1,200 pieces. It's 279 euros. It's one of the most expensive knives I've ever sold. So this next thing that I have for you is my snake knife. A totally new kind of knife that has never been on the market before. And as you know, you can just simply grab it out like so, and then it actually holds on to your hand, and you can just grab onto others. You can actually use this as a fighting lever here. So this of course is a combat knife in this version. There may be other versions later on. This first version also is only suitable for people that have a little more flesh on the fingers, like I do. So it doesn't really matter how long your fingers are and how big your hands are. It's the finger size that really counts. For people with really slim fingers, this is too big. There might be another size later on, but the first version is only for people with meaty fingers, like me. It will be sold for about 99 euros. It should hit the market not too far away, probably in early 2024. It comes with this sheath here, so this is really handy because if you just hold it onto it, it pops out automatically. Your index finger does that. But there's also third-party sheaths on the market that should be available as soon as the knives become available. So the first alternative sheath is made by Dennis Witt. Dennis actually makes really great handmade leather sheaths, and he makes one for the Pocket-Chetty, for example, that I absolutely love. Now this one is special because you actually carry it sideways on the belt, like so. So that actually the knife doesn't stick out and you can easily grip it. So it's not carried this way, but this way. And as you see, what happens is that when you hold it like this, you can use your thumb to open the button and draw the knife, and then you got it ready. I love this concept, and I think it will be a very successful aftermarket product. So this has been made by Dennis Witt as well, and as you see, it holds 2 of the snake knives. And you also attach it like, you know, to your small of your bag, like here, like on the belt size, so you can draw it with both hands, and so you have one of them in each one of your hands. So this is really beautiful, the idea. And because this knife, if you have one in each hand, it doesn't hinder you. You can still, you know, grab on and even hold other weapons. So therefore, it might make sense to carry 2 of them if you're serious about that. Okay, so the next thing I have for you is the Hirschfänger, the deer catcher pantograph knife. So I've already presented it to you, of course. This knife is, of course, a hunting knife, very traditional hunting knife. It has all the elements like the horn scales and everything. It does come with a second set of G10 scales, much slimmer than this, for people that for some reason don't like this. I actually really think it's pretty and also think that it's really well designed to hold on to it. So the magic of this knife, of course, unfolds when you open this here, and then you open the blade like so. And as you see, there's some text on it as well, like here on the other side. And when you open it, then the beauty will come out. The long, double-sided blade, which is very typical for these kind of hunting knives in Germany that are usually, you know, traditionally used for killing mortally wounded animals like deer. So this is why it's called the deer catcher. So this is not a fighting knife, even though it has a double-sided blade. It is not considered a fighting knife, and therefore this is it's possible to EDC this in Germany without a reason. The only double-sided, double-edged blade that you can legally carry in Germany. It will cost 179 euros. It will probably come out in the summer. It will come with a very basic sheath to open carry. And also it will come with the second set of G10 scales. So the last one of the collection is this huge German Swiss Army knife, quote unquote, because it's like a Swiss Army knife on steroids. I mean, look how big it is, and look how long and fat the blade is. I mean, this is really a Swiss Army knife that the world hasn't seen before. And it has 2 blades actually, so this is one blade. And it locks, of course, and the other one is a saw, but a really potential saw with a double row of viciously sharp teeth. Now this is longer than a normal pocket knife, of course, so this means that you can really do something with that pocket knife. It's really, really, really useful. It will come out with 2 different scales. So one will be red, and then there's an alternative there. You can select the olive green, so it looks like a German Bundeswehr army knife. I love it. Legal to carry in Germany, of course. The price has not been fixed yet. I'm still waiting for a quote from Böker. I hope that it's not going to be too expensive. And again, this is summer, maybe fall next year. I can release production based on this because it's perfect the way it is. Ich hoffe jedenfalls, das hat euch gefallen, weil das war's für heute. Danke und bye bye. I hope that you like this because that's it for today. Thanks and bye bye.